Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mariam and on this channel I share the scholarship opportunities, application procedures and practical guidance based on my own experience. In my previous video, I discussed the complete DART Scholarship Guide 2027, but one of the biggest questions students usually have is how to write an email for acceptance letter. What if I told you I sent an email to a professor and I received a positive response on the same day? Yes, on the same day. And in today's video, I am not going to give you a random email template copied from the internet, but I am actually going to show you the email that I personally sent to a professor, explain exactly how I wrote it and also show you the response that I received. So if you are contacting professors for DART, CSE, MEXT or any other master's or PhD scholarship, make sure you watch this video till end. One of the biggest questions students usually have is, how do I contact a professor? What should I write in my email? Should I attach my CV? And most importantly, why are professors not replying to my emails? So today I am going to answer all these questions with a practical example. Why professors do not reply to your emails? Before showing you my email, I want to discuss one very important point. Professor receives a lot of emails from students and many students make the same mistake. स्टूडेंट्स एक जर्नल सा ईमेल लिखते हैं और उसको कम से कम भी 50 से 100 प्रोफेसर्स को भेज देते हैं, जिसमें प्रोफेसर को यही समझ नहीं आ रहा होता कि आप उसको क्यों ईमेल कर रहे हो, आप उसके ग्रुप में क्यों काम करना चाहते हो, या आपका एक्सपीरियंस उसके रिसर्च एक्सपीरियंस से या उसकी लैब में जो भी काम हो रहा है उससे किस तरह कनेक्ट हो रहा है। और फिर आप अपना पूरा स्टोरी लिख देते हो अबाउट योर बैचलर डिग्री, मास्टर्स डिग्री, CGPA, रिसर्च एक्सपीरियंस, पब्लिकेशन स्किल्स, फ्यूचर गोल्स वगैरह वगैरह, लेकिन प्रोफेसर को फिर भी ये पता नहीं चलता कि वाई यू ईमेल्ड देम. So the first step is not writing the email but finding the right professor. So do not randomly open a website and start email every professor in the department. First you have to check the professor research area, उनकी लेबॉर्ट्री में क्या काम हो रहा है, उनकी लेबॉर्ट्री वेबसाइट विजिट करें, उनकी रिसर्च प्रोफाइल विजिट करें और उनकी रिसेंट पब्लिकेशंस देखें. फॉर एग्जांपल मेरी MS की डिग्री केमिस्ट्री में है, लेकिन मेरा रिसर्च बैकग्राउंड नैनो मटीरियल्स, ड्रग डिलीवरी और टिश्यू इंजीनियरिंग में है, तो मैं किसी भी ऐसे प्रोफेसर को ईमेल नहीं भेजूंगी जो एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री का होगा, इन्वायरमेंटल केमिस्ट्री का होगा या थ्योरेटिकल केमिस्ट्री का होगा. फिर चाहे मेरा CGPA कितना मर्जी अच्छा हो, क्योंकि मेरा जो रिसर्च एक्सपीरियंस है वो उनके रिसर्च एक्सपीरियंस से मैच नहीं कर रहा, जो उनकी लैब में काम हो रहा है मेरी उन पर एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है, तो मुझे कभी भी रिप्लाई नहीं करेंगे. सो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू फाइंडिंग अ राइट प्रोफेसर बिफोर सेंडिंग एन ईमेल. सो व्हाट आई डिड बिफोर राइटिंग माई ईमेल, आई चेक द प्रोफेसर रिसर्च वर्क. यू डू नॉट नीड टू रीड अ 20 research paper in a complete detail before sending one email, but you should understand what the professor is currently working on. Check their recent publications like from 2022 से लेके 2026 तक. उनकी पब्लिकेशंस चेक करें, उनके टाइटल रीड करें और जो मोस्ट रेलिवेंट पेपर हैं उनके एब्स्ट्रैक्ट पढ़ लें. यू शुड ट्राई टू आइडेंटिफाई वन स्पेसिफिक रिसर्च एरिया दैट जेन्युइनली कनेक्ट विद योर ऑन एक्सपीरियंस, एंड प्लीज डू नॉट सिंपली राइट आई हैव रेड योर रिसर्च पेपर्स and I'm very impressed by your excellent research. It's too common, too generic. You can write this to any professor. So instead mention the specific research area, project, publication, कोई भी चीज़ जो आपके काम के साथ कनेक्ट कर रही है. Now let me show you what I did in my own email. The very first thing that a professor sees is your subject line. Your subject line should be very clear and very professional. Do not write hello sir, need acceptance letter, scholarship request, बट यूज़ अ प्रोफेशनल लैंग्वेज एंड राइट द पर्सपेक्टिव पीस स्टूडेंट. और उसके बाद आपका जो भी रिसर्च एरिया उसको आगे मेंशन करते हैं. जैसे मेरा बायोमटेरियल एंड टिश्यू इंजीनियरिंग में है तो मैंने वो मेंशन कर दिया. या PhD सुपरविजन इंक्वायरी, उसके आगे आप अपना रिसर्च इंटरेस्ट लिख दें, लाइक इन ड्रग डिलीवरी एंड बायोमटेरियल्स. अगर आपका मैथमेटिक्स है, केमिस्ट्री है, फिजिक्स है, जो भी है आप उसको आगे मेंशन कर सकते हो. और अगर आप किसी स्पेसिफिक स्कॉलरशिप के लिए अप्लाई करना चाहते हो तो आप उसका नेम भी उसमें मेंशन कर सकते हो. Basically, the goal is to make your subject line specific and very professional. Now, I am going to show you the actual email that I sent to a professor. As you can see, this is not a template that I copied from Google or ChatGPT and sent randomly to our different professors. I wrote this email specifically according to this professor research area. So let me break down my email and explain why I wrote each section. So how I address the professor. I started my email with the proper name of the professor. The first thing I would suggest is to always address the professor properly by their name. Please don't write sir, madam or simply respected sir when you already know the professor name. Now look at my first paragraph. I introduce myself by saying my name is Mariam Aslam. Then I immediately mentioned that I was interested in pursuing a PhD in the professor's lab and specifically in the bond tissue engineering. I also clearly mentioned that the DART scholarship and the 2026 intake. Now why did I write this? Because I wanted the professor to immediately understand three things. Who am I? Why am I contacting her? And for which scholarship or opportunity am I contacting her? Now look at the second paragraph. I specifically mentioned the professor work in biomaterials for drug delivery and bond tissue engineering. I also mentioned natural silk fibrin biopolymers. Now I didn't randomly use these words. Before writing this email, I researched the professor work. I checked the research area and tried to understand how the professor work connect with my own research background. This is what I mean when I say personalize your email. Do not just write I have read your research and I am very impressed, because you can send this sentence to any professor in the world. Instead, mention a specific research area, real material, technique or applications from the professor works. This immediately shows that I have at least taken the time to understand the professor research. Now notice another important thing. After discussing the professor research, I connected it with my own interest. I wrote that research aligned with my passion for addressing the challenges in tissue and wound repair. This connection is extremely important. You should not only tell the professor your research is amazing. The professor already knows their research area. The real question is, why are you suitable for this research? So whenever you mention the professor research, try to create a bridge between their work and your research background or future research interest. Now let's move to my academic background. I mentioned that I have an MS in chemistry and that my research was focused on fabrication of nanocarrier for in-depth drug delivery to cancer. And then I mentioned that my research experience at IRCBM, where I worked on a halal uni and biofunctional bioactive scaffolds for heart tissue repair. Now I want you to notice something here. I have other research experience as well, but I didn't explain every single project in detail. I selected the experience that was most relevant to this professor. The professor was working in drug delivery, bone tissue repair, and my research experience was same in bioactive scaffold and heart tissue repair. So there was a clear research match. This is the one of the biggest lesson from my email. Your email is not your CV. You do not need to copy your complete CV into your email. Only highlight the experience that is relevant to the particular professor. In the next paragraph, I explained why I wanted to join the professor's lab. I mentioned the research environment, facilities, research team, and the opportunity to work under the professor's guidance. Now, if I were writing this email again today, I would probably make this paragraph slightly shorter and even more specific to the professor's current research. So at the end, I showed my willingness to fulfill the scholarship requirement and provide any additional information or references if required. Your closing should be polite. Never write, please send me an acceptance letter, or I'm waiting for your positive response. And please do not pressure the professor. You are requesting supervision or an opportunity to work with their research group. So your tone should always remain professional. Now let me show you what happened after I sent this email. I sent this email at 11:48 am and the professor replied at 1:42 pm. So I received a response in less than 2 hours. And look at the first thing that professor said, your CV is interesting. This is very important. It shows that the professor actually checked my CV. And then the professor mentioned that I had contacted her on a short notice because the deadline of DART was approaching. And after that, she directly asked me whether I could prepare the first draft by the end of the following week. The most interesting part for me was the research topic she mentioned. Now look at the research connection. In my email, I mentioned my research experience in drug delivery to cancer and bioactive scaffold for heart tissue repair. And the professor proposed research involved osteosarcoma treatment therapy and bone repair. This is exactly why research matching is so important. I didn't receive this report simply because I wrote a beautiful email. The professor saw a potential research connection between my previous research experience and the work of her research group. And this is the main message I want you to take from this video. Do not focus on finding the perfect email template. Focus on finding the right professors and clearly show the research match in your email. So the last thing is, should you attach your CV? So yes, I personally recommend attaching your CV. Your CV should be professional and preferably in PDF format. Name your CV properly. Do not name it CV final, new latest. Please don't do this. You can simply write your name and then mention CV. So this was the exact method that I used when contacting professors. I also showed you my real email and the response I received so that you can understand the process through a practical example. And if you found this video helpful, please like this video, share it with someone who is currently applying for scholarships, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.